he has supported efforts to develop high-quality, equitable career pathways to enable students to complete high school, graduate with a post-secondary credential, and enter a family-sustaining, personally relevant career. Nithin is committed to building a high-quality and diverse team at Bridgespan, working to reshape how Bridgespan recruits and retains all staff, and particularly staff of color. Please welcome Nithin.
Doing a slow walk up.
So, Alexis is my new BFF. You're about to see another presentation with just kid pictures and images. But just to start, before joining Bridgespan, I was a teacher, and one of the things that you do is professional development sessions. And there's a great exercise which is called I used to think, now I think. And so after teaching a lesson or after going to a session, you name what are the set of assumptions I started with and where am I today? What did I learn? So I joined Bridgespan 9 years ago. I wanted to share this picture for two reasons. One, my brother seems incredibly happy that I'm terrified. And two, I was actually terrified. I had no idea what I was getting into with consulting and had no idea what to expect. And so thinking back to 9 years ago, I wanted to share a few things about what I used to think. I thought consulting was magic. I remember the first time I interacted with consulting, I was in the school district of Philadelphia, and this person came and boiled down this incredibly complex thought process to 3 bullet points on a page. And my reaction was not, this doesn't make sense, it was, how did you do that? I used to think consulting was presenting to boardrooms with the token person of color in the room, and really just not being proximate or not engaging the people who actually are most impacted by the decision or the people whose voices are typically not heard. I used to think travel was going to be amazing. I would whisk away from city to city, stay in amazing hotels, have a leisurely day of meetings, go out to dinner, grab some drinks, and then have a nice relaxing travel day home. And I used to think that consulting would be all-consuming. I wouldn't really have any time for things outside of work, whether it be family, whether it be friends, hobbies. And then finally, I used to think consulting was all about code switching. And so, it used to be, I'd have to figure out, I couldn't be real to my authentic self, but rather would have to figure out how to best fit into a white dominant culture. And so, 9 years into consulting, I want to share a few lessons of now what I think, what's changed. First, consulting is just really good problem solving. It's helping clients apply empathy, logic, data, and equity to really challenging problems, and ultimately to help them accelerate their impact. It involves being proximate to do the work really well. You can't sit in a room, you can't sit in a conference room, in a board meeting, and expect to make decisions that are about the people's lives you're going to impact the most. You have to be in conversation with those people, and yes, you have to talk to them. Travel is exhausting. I landed here at 3 a.m., full day of meetings today, another tomorrow, and then back on a flight somewhere else. There are opportunities to relax. I have yet to figure that out, but travel is exhausting. And this is another thing I haven't figured out yet. It is all-encompassing at times. You spend a lot of time with your team, you spend a lot of time with clients, and have yet to figure out really how to balance things outside of work in terms of hobbies or other priorities outside of work. And so you do have to prioritize. But at the same time, you get to work with absolutely incredible people, whether it be the people in your organization or whether it be clients. And then the final point is, to do consulting really well, you have to be able to bring your authentic self to work. And it's not only about what you do, it's also encouraging and helping others to lean into that as well. And so, before the introvert in me takes over and I go upstairs to take a two-hour nap, I want to just share a few closing reflections. And in these closing reflections, it's going to be a shameless plug about Bridgespan. Bridgespan is a consulting organization. We support nonprofits, philanthropists, and leaders to really help them accelerate their impact. A few things why you might want to work with us. First is if you have a desire to change the world, to make it a place more grounded in equity and justice, come work for us. If you want to be in an organization that prioritizes diversity, equity, and inclusion, and encourages everybody to bring their authentic selves to work, come work with us. If you want to be in an organization where you get to continually learn and continually grow, and even 9 years in, figure out actually that animated GIFs work in PowerPoint presentations, come work with us. Thank you all. Look forward to meeting many of you over the next couple days. Take care.